Hey guys, today I am here at Astwood Cove in Bermuda to bring you a 20-minute yoga stretching flow. This one I created specifically for runners. I used to be quite a big runner, now not so much, but I used to really struggle to find great stretching routines that weren't super boring or didn't take half an hour. So I've created this one. It's only about 20 minutes. It's going to be pretty easy, great for all levels. Will really help you loosen your tight quads and your hamstrings, even your calves and the arches of your feet, which often get stiff. You can also do this one after a tough leg workout or just to relax before you go to bed. Try it. If you're ready to get started, grab your mat, grab your water, and let's go. Hey guys, let's start this one off at the top of our mats. We're going to begin with some calf and hip flexor stretches. So from a standing position, go ahead and step that right foot forward to come into a lunge. I want you to really think about pressing forward through the hips to stretch out that left hip flexor while maintaining posture. Feel like your head is being pulled up toward the sky and also driving back through that back left heel. So on every inhale, driving the back heel into the ground, exhaling, shifting the weight forward, pressing into that hip flexor stretch. And if you'd like, you can take your hands behind your back, clasp them, and drive them down toward the ground, opening through the chest. And let's just take a couple more deep breaths here. And go ahead and inhale your hands up toward the sky. And release them down to the mat, fingertips to mat, right next to your right foot, lowering down that back knee. Coming into a low lunge here. We're going to press forward through the hips, again working into that left hip flexor. And if you like, you can sort of prop yourself up on that right knee, making sure that right knee doesn't go past your right toes. Breathing, intense stretch. And then go ahead and shift your weight back, coming into a calf stretch for that right foot. And you could just alternate here, pointing and flexing through that right foot. Feeling a great stretch all along the back of that right leg. And last breath here. Go ahead and inhale, shifting your weight forward to come back into that low lunge. Again, be mindful of your posture as you press forward through the hips. And one more time, shift your weight back, hamstring stretch. On every inhale, lengthening through the torso. On every exhale, folding forward, trying to dig a little deeper into the stretch. One more deep breath. Inhale, shift your weight forward, tuck the back left toes, step the right foot back, and press your way into a downward dog, walking your hands up to a forward fold, slight bend in the knees to come back up to standing. Reward yourself with a quick shoulder roll, and then go ahead and step the left foot forward. This time we're stretching out that right hip flexor and right calf. Again, try to inhale, driving that right back heel toward the ground, and exhale, pushing forward, pressing through the hips, and really opening up that right hip. When you're ready for a chest opener, interlace your hands behind your back, driving them down toward the mat, opening through the shoulders, the chest, gazing up toward the sky, taking a few nice deep breaths here. Awesome. Inhale, reach those hands up toward the sky, and then release them down toward the mat, using them as support as you lower that back knee, coming into a low lunge, pressing forward through the hips, really stretching through that right hip flexor. Think about your posture here, about sliding your shoulders down and back, creating length between your ears and your shoulders. Take a nice big inhale, and on the exhale, shift your weight back, coming into a calf and hamstring stretch for that left leg. And feel free to point and flex that left foot. Do what feels good for you. And last exhale, and inhale, shifting your weight forward to come back to low lunge, pressing through the right hip flexor. Breathing deeply. And last breath. Exhale, shift your weight back, calf hamstring stretch. See if you can't dig in a little deeper than last time. Take a last deep breath, inhaling forward, raising that back knee, stepping your left foot back to come into plank, holding here for just a moment. And then again, walking your hands back up to forward fold. We're just gonna hang out here in forward fold, do a couple moves. So first, just find yourself, find your comfortable pose. Maybe you sway from side to side a little bit. Maybe one side's a little stiffer than the other. Allow all the tension to drain out of you. And go ahead and place fingertips to mat, pulling yourself up to a flat back pose, gazing toward the front of your mat. And then exhale, releasing your body down into a forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. We're just going to alternate here, go at your own pace. Really focus on pulling your shoulder blades down and back as you come up into the flat back. And last one. And release, coming into a forward fold. We're going to clasp our hands above our head. It's a rather odd looking pose, but it is awesome for releasing through the back and the shoulders while you still get that hamstring stretch for being in forward fold. Awesome stretch. And last breath, releasing those hands down toward the mat. We're going to take a twist. So bring your left hand next to your right foot and look up and over that right shoulder. Taking a little bit of a bend in the left knee to help increase the stretch that you feel in that right hamstring. Awesome. Go ahead and release to center and then swoop up to that other side, now looking over your left shoulder. Taking a little bit of a bend in the right leg to help feel the stretch along your left leg. Last breath, release to center, pause here in forward fold, and then take a slight bend in your knees as you roll up to standing. And we're gonna come into some quad stretches now. So go ahead and balance on that left leg, bend the right knee, bring your right foot towards your butt, and we're going to stay there. Or for more of a stretch, you may not feel that very much. You can tilt your upper body toward the ground, bringing your left hand toward the ground or to a block, and you're going to feel this a lot more in the right quad, the front of that right leg. Great job. That one is quite challenging on the old balance. Release your foot to come into a forward fold. We're just going to pause here and then roll back up to standing, taking it nice and slow here. Let's now switch over. We're going to take a quad stretch on that left quad, balancing on the right foot. And if you'd like for the more advanced pose, go ahead and fold forward, reaching that right hand toward the ground. You're about to see me lose it. Oh, yep, there we go. Hey, at least I didn't fall the other way. Really focus on bringing that left foot towards your butt and reaching your left knee up toward the sky. Last breath, release that left foot toward the ground. Folding forward into a forward fold if you're not there already. Just gonna hang out here for a second. And then take those feet to about mat width. We're going to attempt to do a frog squat here. So only take it as far as your flexibility allows. If your heels are not down on the ground, that's fine. You may just be up on your toes. You can also stick a towel underneath your heels. just try to sit back as deep as you can. This one's really going to stretch your groin, your inner thighs. Awesome for if you've been sitting all day. Release your hands to the mat. We're going to come into downward dog now, so walk your hands out, walk your feet out, and lift your hips up toward the sky as you drive down through your heels. If you'd like to work into the arches a little bit, feel free to inhale coming up onto your tippy toes, and then exhale, drive your heels back toward the ground. I'm just going to alternate here, breathing deeply. And find your way back into a downward dog position. We're going to take a three-legged down dog, lifting that right leg up toward the sky. Pausing here just for a second. If you'd like to stretch through that right quad a little bit more, feel free to bend the right leg, dropping the foot towards your left shoulder. Make sure you're squeezing your core tight, protect the back, pressing away the mat. And last breath, extend your right leg into the three-legged down dog again, and then step it forward, coming into pigeon, right foot next to left hand. The more parallel your right shin is with the top of the mat, the more of a stretch you're going to get in that right glute. So feel free to adjust. Just do try to make sure that your hips are square with the front of the mat. And if you'd like a little bit more of a challenge, feel free to walk your hands out and take your torso on top of that right front leg. Awesome. Walk your hands back into your seated pigeon pose. We're going to untuck that right front leg, coming into almost a lunge, and then lower the back leg down, taking the left foot behind us to stretch through that left quad. If you have any knee pain, steer clear of this one. You can just stay in that low lunge and work on opening through the left hip flexor. And release that left foot. Step your right foot back to come into plank, and then press your hips back, coming into down dog once again. We are going to repeat that series now on the left leg. So reach your left toes up toward the sky for three-legged down dog. If you like, bending that left leg to come into a very odd looking quad stretch for the left leg. Trying to relax into the pose, breathing through it. And find your way back to three-legged down dog. Pausing for a moment, step that left foot forward, left foot meeting right hand to come into pigeon pose. So make sure you get yourself settled before you try to walk your hands forward. Hips should be square. Remember, for more of a challenge, you can make that front left shin more parallel with the front of your mat. Wouldn't it be so cool if a whale breached when I was doing one of these workouts? And then I wouldn't know until I came back to do the voiceover? Oh my god, it would be so awesome. Okay, enjoy your last breath in the pigeon pose. Deep breath in, deep breath out, and walk your hands back. Untuck that left front leg. Coming into the lunge position. Remember, stay here if you have any knee problems. If not, bend that right knee, coming into a quad stretch for that right quad. And when you're ready, release that right foot, lifting that right back knee up off the ground, stepping the left foot back. Squeeze your abs here in plank pose, and then lift your hips to press back into down dog. Go ahead and slowly lower yourself onto your knees, swing your legs around. We're going to come onto our butts and prepare to stretch out the IT band, which is very important for runners to stretch out. So take your right leg long, cross your left foot over your right leg, and lift your butt up toward the sky. You should really be feeling this on the left side of your leg. Really try to drive down through the heel of the left foot, and you may also have to try different placements for the right foot. Try moving it forward or back to get the best stretch for you. Awesome. Let's lower down, nice and slow. Unhook that leg, and we're going to repeat on the other side. So left leg long, right leg crosses over, plant that left hand, and drive your butt up toward the sky. This time feeling that great stretch all along the right side of your leg and your glute. And last breath, release back down to seated. Go ahead and take your legs out in front of you and roll all the way down onto your back. We're just going to do a few more leg and back releases here. So take that right knee towards your chest, pulling the knee towards you, and then opening the knee out to the right side to stretch through that inner thigh, groin area. Let's take 2 more deep breaths here. And take a deep inhale, and on the exhale, wrap that right leg around, taking it across your body, looking out over those right fingertips, stretching through the right glute. Great job. Release back to center. Give your knee a last squeeze, and then extend that right leg long. We're going to switch left knee to chest, and then open it out to the left side, using that left hand just to guide your knee up and towards you. And on your next exhale, cross that leg over, stretching through the left glute as you look toward the left fingertips. 3 nice deep breaths here. Release the left knee back to center. Meet the right knee and left knee at your chest. Releasing through the back here, just pausing for a moment. And then rock yourself back up to sitting. We're going to take our legs out in front of us now, flexing the feet, reaching the fingertips up toward the sky, and then exhale, swooping them forward, reaching for your toes. Make sure you're hinging at the hips here, not arching the lower back. On the inhale, try to lift your torso, and on the exhale, lengthen, reaching a little further. And reach a little further, and release your hands to the mat, coming back up to seated. We are going to stretch out the inner thighs now, so bottoms of the feet together to come into butterfly pose, sitting up nice and tall. If you're not feeling anything, try using your elbows to just gently open your legs a little bit more. You should start to feel it on the inner thigh in the groin area. 2 more nice deep breaths here. We are going to end this stretching routine by taking our legs out into a straddle stretch. So go as far as flexibility allows. Always try to push yourself a little further. And go ahead and hinge at the hips, deepening the stretch all along the inner thighs. And if you'd like, walk your hands out. You can also rest your head on a pillow and reward yourself with 3 deep breaths. When and if you are ready, go ahead and walk your hands back, coming up into a seated position, taking a final deep breath, and we are done. As always, thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I really hope it makes you less stiff and sore after your leg workouts and runs. Don't forget to share with any runner friends you have, and don't forget to like and subscribe. It really supports my channel. Can't wait to bring you more videos. If you would like to see anything in particular, please leave me a comment below. I would love to hear from you. Okay, time to go. See you again soon. Bye!